What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Mostly Movies podcast with Nick and Christian. He's Nick, I'm Christian, coming to you live from the Airbnb. And today, the movie we are mostly discussing is A Working Man, or The Working Man. I think it's A Working Man, starring Jason Statham, Michael Pena, and David Harbour, directed by David Ayer, which, by the way, brother, we'll get into it, but I think you're going to be shocked by some of the movies that this man has made.
Interesting.
But before we get into all that, guys, as always, please head over to thescreengods.com for all of Nick's latest movie reviews and our full library of podcast episodes. Guys, you can find it all on thescreengods.com. Of course, you can also find us on YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, IG, and X, the everything app. It's all happening on X. For more clips, reels, and other fun content, brother, I'm very excited for this episode for two reasons. One, for the movie, and two, because it was April Fool's Day, and it was a day. I got a lot of things. I have a pretty bad track record with April Fools.
I could think of two right off the top of my head. Yeah,
yeah, I can too, and we'll get it. But also, just a lot of things on Twitter, like fake movies being made, things like that. There's a lot of minefields to kind of dodge, I guess. I didn't know. I never know what's real and what's fake on April Fool's Day. I don't. I'm terrible. I'm the worst. So
well, Twitter is a minefield on a regular day. I can't even believe you ventured onto the battlefield that is Twitter. Excuse me, X. On an April Fool's. That's just bad protocol from you. But we'll get into it. We've made a decision here on the pod as co-pilot and executive producer, like Jason Statham is on all of his movies, by the way. We'll get into that. We are not going to recap the plot of this movie. If you don't know what A Working Man is, go watch the trailer. It will kind of tell you exactly what it is. But we will proceed to, at least for today, rip it apart. So in a heat meter of 5 flames, it's getting a 2, and that's being generous. I'll get into my reasons why. We'll break down our thoughts on it for sure. We're going to have plenty of them. I will lead by just saying that this is potentially the worst Jason Statham movie I've seen him do. And I'm not, I'm not ashamed to admit I've seen just about all of them. Love Jason Statham. We were excited to see this, just because we've seen them all. But I think I'm very comfortable saying that. There's nothing, nothing.
Can I say? Okay, go ahead.
Well, you're gonna go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna finish in 10 seconds. I found almost nothing redeemable about this movie.
The movie finished in 10 seconds.
Almost nothing redeemable about this film. There's only 2 redeemable qualities in this film. One is David Harbour's performance, which was limited and shouldn't have been. And the other one is the little girl. And that's saying something. He plays his daughter, who was a completely unnecessary character. So thank God that she was at least good on screen, because her character didn't need to be there at all. All right. 2 flames for fight scenes, and that's it. That's it. That's all it gets from me.
Okay.
Go.
All right. Fuck. Where to start? Okay, I just want to go. So where I'm going to start is I just want to go over David Ayer's catalog here, because
he's a director.
Yes.
Okay.
I looked it up, and I think it will very much surprise you.
Oh my God.
Based off of A Working Man. But okay, so we have The Beekeeper. So this is kind of
obviously.
Yeah. This the second movie, I guess you would say, in the Statham verse with him and David Ayer. But is it Ayer? I don't know.
I've never heard of this person. So
okay, well, you're about to. So
you're about to.
He did The Beekeeper, which was I think both agree we loved. It was a fun movie. It was
I liked it a lot. Yeah. Way more than the average person.
Okay. Then we have End of Watch, great movie.
I don't know what that is.
With Michael Pena. We saw it together. Michael Pena and Jake Gyllenhaal.
I hate when you say things that I know aren't true because I can't remember it.
No, we definitely did. We 100%. Yes, we did.
End
yes,
of
we did.
Watch?
Yes.
Never heard of it.
2012 with Michael Pena and Jake Gyllenhaal. They're the police officers. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Police officers. End of Watch.
Well, now I feel like I'm going to spoil it for you if I.
Well, hold on. Let me but keep going on the other movies. I'm going to look this up while you're doing
End of Watch, great movie. Fury with Brad Pitt, great movie.
What?
Wait, what?
Fury?
Yeah, great movie.
Oh, yeah, no, great movie. I can't. This is what I'm saying. You're just,
okay, all right, okay. Sorry, I thought you were like, sorry. Okay, okay. And then you have Bright with Will Smith on Netflix. Not great. Whatever. Fuck that. Street Kings 2008. Never saw it. How about this, Augie? Training Day.
Yes.
Training Day.
Wow. Okay.
SWAT.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Great movie.
The Fast and the Furious.
The original? Like the very first one?
Yes.
No. Okay, now I'm just embarrassed. Now I'm just embarrassed that I don't know who he is. How do we know? How do we not know this director?
Because he stinks. Anyways.
How does he stink? He's doing all these good movies.
Well, he stinks recently.
Well,
okay. The Fast and the Furious.
Wow.
U571. Have you seen that movie?
The sub movie, right?
Yes.
Sub movie?
Yes.
That
great
was actually,
movie.
I think I have seen it, and I think it was good.
I think Matthew McConaughey, is in that one. Okay, yeah, that was it. But yeah, I was going over the list, and I was like, Training Day. SWAT. SWAT is one of yours and I's favorite.
Yeah, that one we watched
movies.
Together.
A lot.
For sure.
A lot.
Yeah, love that movie. Yeah.
Okay, so that's David Ayer.
Wow. Okay.
So last night we got home and you texted me and I think the quote was, "Wow, that movie was dog shit."
Yeah, it was.
Which is exactly what I wanted to say to you, but I like I said, I was just gonna leave it, kind of let it breathe for a little bit. Man,
oh God, man.
So yeah, no working.
Not a working man at all.
No, not a single.
Is your screen name today?
Not a single scene of him working on anything. You don't.
No, you're right.
No,
he actually, there's no scene where he I didn't even notice that until now. No, he's on the job site for 10 minutes, but he doesn't do a single action of work.
No, he gets fed twice.
Yep.
He gets fed twice, and then some bad guys just walk into the job site as the
with
first
no context. Scene. By the way, you don't even know
zero context.
I think they're bookies or something like collecting a debt, but I don't really know because I don't tell you.
Dude, honestly, I think they were justified why they were there. I think like you're saying, some guy owed them money, and I think they were there for their money and then got absolutely fucking destroyed for no reason at all. But
anyway, continue.
I want to say this. The theme in, I guess, all of Jason Statham's movies, and I guess all of the movies going forward, are he is the white savior to whatever lower class he's trying to save. In The Beekeeper, it was an elderly black lady, and now in this one, it's not even it's a young
Latina.
But it's like
off young Latina.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess that's just what he's doing now. Is just every movie is. He's going to pick a different occupation and find a different minority to somehow save. I don't understand. I mean, this movie was literally Taken. This is Taken, but domestically.
No, the only thing that was taken is 2 hours and 20 minutes of my time. That's the closest comparison to taken, and that's where it ends, dude. That's where it ends. And guys, we gotta say, dude, we love Jason Statham. It is a Jason Statham problem because he's producing these movies. Well, I shouldn't even say these movies. It's really just this one. Like, people didn't receive Beekeeper as well as I did. Like, I think overall it did okay, but
yeah, I think it did.
I know some people that turned it off, and I'm like, turned it off. It wasn't like that. Like, I actually thought it was pretty funny, but there was redeemable performances in it. Josh Hutcherson was great in that movie. It was really good.
100%. And not only him, but the other henchman that he tied to the steering wheel and launched off the bridge.
Yeah. The main villain from the beginning.
100%. Like, they both.
Yeah, he was funny too. Yeah.
No, exactly. And it didn't, I guess, take itself so seriously, I guess I would say. And that's what made it great, because it was just like an action kind of comedy, kind of almost like slapstick moments in that one. And this one, it took itself entirely too seriously. And the fucking
I don't even know how you saying that makes me feel even angrier. If that was their version of taking it seriously, they should bury.
I don't know why.
Bury the original film, if it's a digital reel. I don't know how you bury digital film now, but however you do it, put it 6 feet deep, and don't tell anyone that you made this movie ever. Don't let it breathe.
And also, like, why not just make Beekeeper 2?
I don't know.
This is the same. And also, well, I guess this could be said about the last 6 of his movies. They should have all been John Wick. You know what I mean? Like, this should have been a John Wick
franchise sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Franchise. Because you're making the same movie over and over and over again, and it's the same exact fucking thing.
You're right. That would have been a smart way to go about this, which is hilarious for me to say because I still haven't even seen John Wick, but I know the idea. I know the basic. It's a vigilante type of thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a fucking revenge story, which is every single one of these movies is a revenge plot or a
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of a savior plot. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The accidental hero. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. And the writing was fucking horrific. Everything
absolutely horrendous, dude.
It was fucking horrific, and it was like he just had an outline of the same exact movie he just did and was like just fill it in with the most obvious fucking dialogue and platitudes, and man, wild.
It's so hard to even. And now, one thing I will say about our podcast and our takes on these things, this is why we do this, though. I think everyone should go see this so you can go see how horrendous this is. Do it on a discount Tuesday, then come back and listen to this pod again, and you'll see what we're talking about. Like, that's one of the decisions we made is we're not going to tell you the whole thing because, like, you haven't even seen it yet. But if you see it, this will resonate more, or at least you'll be able to form your own opinion and disagree with us. I don't think you will. But no, I would say even the most casual movie watcher is going to have problems with this movie. Because it's just so poorly done. The script, the screenplay, plot. Everything. There is none.
There's no plot. The plot is literally taken. It's been done a million times. Highly successful, I guess in this case, construction mogul or whatever, real estate mogul, I guess is Michael Pena's character. I'm assuming his daughter gets kidnapped and sex trafficked. Not even sex trafficked. Just what was
she was going to be with the old dirty guy.
Okay,
he was going to do things to her.
That's right. Okay, yeah. So it's literally Liam Neeson's Taken from 2010. The plot's been done a million fucking times. It was just, and it's amazing that this movie gets funded and greenlit. It's fucking. I don't understand.
Well, I can answer that. It did.
Well, it's gonna feel ours. And by the way, I think what you're gonna say is it puts asses in seats, but it didn't.
No, that's not what I was gonna say. Although that is hilarious. That point you're about to make, I'll let you come back to that because I don't want to steal that point from you. Good point. No, it didn't get funded. He made it with his own money. He funded it. There's only like 2 producers on this. I was looking at it. Normally, you know, when movies are, there's usually what 3, 5 production companies that you see, and you come in. If you look at this one and you go back, and I'll have to. I mean, I guess I can pull it up while I'm chatting or while you're talking. But he was the primary producer on this movie. He's using his own money to make this movie.
Yeah.
So that's how basically how. But
so
he'll stop after you describe the scene in the theater.
I guess he's just like, oh, this is guaranteed $1 million a year, so that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know. But I guess I'm confused because the drop off from the last movie to this movie, and I didn't know it was the same director. That's why I
didn't
thought
either. Yeah,
that's why I thought it was so fucked up, because I thought it's different director or whatever. No, same fucking director. So
I'm sorry, I just ran a cut.
Okay, so Nick and I also, before the movie, we were kind of doing a couple over-under bets.
Yeah.
On the method of how he would kill people, because obviously that's what's going to happen. And Nick went with headbutts. He thought there's going to be a lot of headbutts. He went with originally 6 over 6 headbutts.
Originally over under 4.5, but I reduced it at Christian's. I saw Christian's response, and I said that might have been a little rich, so I reduced it from 4.5. I brought the line down to 2.
Right. And how many did there end up being?
0.
Not a single fucking headbutt.
I didn't even get the benefit of a Jason Statham staple, which, say that 3 times fast. Holy cow!
And my main method of execution was going to be the nail gun. There was no nail guns. There was no and by the way, there was no working by anybody. Not even just Jason Statham. Not anybody was working.
And there's no scene where you see barely any. I mean, there's a scene where they broadly go across the job site and you see guys standing around.
They're doing something, but you don't know what they're doing.
But there's nothing other than that. You're right. Like, there is no working by anyone at all.
No, but apparently he's overworked. But all he does is eat. Every scene on the job site is him eating. But yeah, okay. So the opening scene, he does hit 2 henchmen with a bag of nails.
A bucket of nails.
And then he goes...
A sack of cement.
Hold on. No, before that, he goes pickaxe, which he doesn't murder anybody with. He just uses it as a blunt force object.
Right. I did forget. Oh, sorry. You didn't actually say. You went with how many different tools was he going to murder people with? I think we got railroaded. So, yes. And you didn't have a bet on it. You just were counting them up while we were in theater.
Right.
So we had the bucket of nails and then a pickaxe. That's right. Keep going.
Right. And then we have a bag of Quickcrete.
Quickcrete, that's right.
And then a hammer. But the hammer didn't come till way later in the movie. But that was it. That was all the tools that he used in A Working Man, a movie about a ex-Green Beret, I think. We don't know. They never told us.
There's a hinting that that's what he is.
Yeah, a hinting that's what he is. And he doesn't even use a tool. I wanted to see him use the tool belt to whip somebody in the throat. Never happened. And then let's get to David Harbour's character, where he plays he was the best part of the movie. Why is it that every time someone has to play a blind character, they just always look up?
Well, I'm not an expert with the blind, but I'm assuming that that's the only way they can get this across.
They put on sunglasses and they're always just looking.
They're looking up as if all the sound is coming from above them.
Yeah, always, dude.
Even if it's a little girl who's 6 years old and she's down at his kneecap, he's still looking up.
Right. And so David Harbour's his ex-military friend. Again, they never explain why. They never explain.
Hold on a second. Sorry, brother. Hold that thought. I got to pause for a second. And we're back. Sorry, guys. I had breaking news. My teenage daughters both took their driving test for their licenses today. I have twins, back-to-back driving tests, 2 for 2 on the passing. two
go.
licensed drivers with and they were very excited to share that. And so
Well, how does that work as
proud...
twins? Do they have 2 steering wheels in the one car? And they have to
take
do
the
it
test separately.
Oh, okay.
It's not a Flintstones cartoon.
Oh, I
or
thought
Jets or whatever.
I just assumed they'd have to do everything simultaneously together as twins.
No, but I
Okay.
mean, it's only a matter of like 6 to 8 years before no one's driving on their own anyway, right? So I don't know why they even bother. But we'll get into that. That's a topic for another day.
Sure.
Back to you and why blind actors just look up into space.
No, I just I guess yeah, I don't know how I would play it, but it's always funny with the sunglasses and the also,
let's give a little credit to David Harbour. I'm sure they study blind people's manners and stuff. I'm sure they're not making it up just on their own.
Yes, they are.
Like,
I could do it right now. I can do it right now.
You don't have sunglasses, so it's not going to work. Wow.
Pretty good, right?
If we have a blind listener, I can tell you right now, he's not getting it correct. So,
no, but interesting role for David Harbour to take, I would say, because I think he's like, I don't know, could probably get any role he wants right now.
Yeah, he's big time right now.
Yeah, he's in. So is Statham, but yeah, his role was pretty funny to me. And I don't know if they're gonna go forward. What does Jason Statham do here? I guess is my question. And is it because of like, obviously this is gonna bomb? I think pretty bad if it hasn't already. I don't know the ticket sales, but probably didn't cost a lot either to make. But
so let's look at the current. Let's look at how it's doing box office wise. I sent Christian a text. It was released on Friday, and I got on our X, the everything app. I got
it's all happening on X.
It's all happening on X. Rotten Tomatoes has their what they call popcorn meter, which is really the audience pulse, and it was getting 83%, which I guess now that I think about it, is not really that high for fan voting. It should usually you get into the upper 90s. But I will tell you this, and this is gonna be a funny statement. Jason Statham, a working man, did take down Snow White as the #1 movie this weekend, which I guess is not. It's a low bar, right? Because if you're following the Snow White saga, that's not. It's losing tons of money. Is the last I read.
Well, I was gonna save it for what synced this week, but
oh, sorry.
Snow White. From what I've read, Snow White currently has a lower rating than the Human Centipede.
Is that a real fact? Did you just pull that out of the air?
No,
or is that real?
I think that's real.
It has a lower rating than the Human Centipede.
I think so.
So just sorry, real quick, just so we can get the box office stats in here. Christian was gonna say, tell us what you saw in the theater.
What do you mean?
Exactly. When we went into the theater, who was there?
This latest movie?
Yes, this movie we're talking about. I'm Nick, by the way. You look lost.
Yeah, I am lost.
A working man. When we went into a working man, into the theater, what did we see? Who did we see in there?
I don't know.
Well, this is so funny because this is going to be your plot point, or your point. So I'll bring it back for him.
I'm so confused.
Folks,
I'm so confused.
I'll do it for him. There was nobody in the theater. It was empty. Was a point Christian was going to make earlier, but apparently forgot his own point. There's no one there.
I was like, wait, who was there for me?
Nobody. So that's funny when I tell you that the working man, it did not put up beekeeper numbers, but it didn't matter. This is according to RottenTomatoes.com. It's 15.2 million was enough to take the #1 spot, and the beekeeper started with 16.6. And the article here says it's actually solid numbers for Statham. This article is funny. Apart from battling a giant shark, being expendable, beekeeping, or transporting something, this is better than any of the Statham headliners. I'm going to read that again because for our listeners, if you're not a Statham fan, or if you are, you need to listen to this solely because this is a hilarious line. It says, working man's numbers are actually really solid for Statham. Apart from battling a giant shark, being expendable, beekeeping, or transporting something, this is better than any of Statham's headliners. Just proceeds to name like all of his biggest movies. Except for those, this one's really solid. It's such a crazy thing to write. But apparently it only took $40 million to make.
Oh, great.
Which you could tell.
Love that for them.
You could absolutely tell. Which, 20 million of that is just right in, I think, Statham's pocket, probably, right, as the lead man.
I guess so, but like, I can we say this? Can we say this? This is his worst movie.
Say you can. Yes.
By far.
It's not close.
I don't think it's close.
It's terrible.
And David Ayer, who gave us gems like fucking Training Day
and Fury,
you just go, I guess you lose your fastball. You know?
It's baseball season here at the Mostly Movies podcast, and I'm here for it.
Like,
he lost his fastball.
And I don't always have my fastball either.
Oh, Lord knows. Our common listeners know.
Yeah. So
just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of things to add to what you brought that I think are interesting. One of my favorite Jason Statham movies, which I don't think you've probably seen it, but it's where I think it's the one that actually started this whole run of ex-military thing, was Homefront. That was really good, and it was written by Sylvester Stallone, who also, for many of you know, was the writer of Rocky, which I think is like one of the most. We got to do the whole episode on the most overrated movies.
No,
Rocky's
he also
way up there for me.
He co-wrote this movie.
He wrote it. I know. And guess who else wrote it?
Jason Statham.
Give you a hint. No, thank God. That's the only. Thank God. Otherwise, I'd have to totally separate from him. No, the director.
Ayer.
That's why it's not good.
Yeah,
probably. Now, I should caveat that with saying I don't know if he wrote any of those other movies, but my guess is probably not.
I don't like a single fucking thing Sylvester Stallone has ever done except
for Homefront. That's it.
That and Rambo. First Blood was good.
Those are so. Yeah,
I haven't seen a single Rocky movie, and that's
wait a minute. You haven't seen them, or you just don't remember them?
I've never seen them. And that's me being honest on a movie podcast. Yeah. And it was sacrilegious. I get it. But
okay.
And I don't care to. I don't fucking care to. I get it. He kills the fucking Russian. I get it. I don't need
that's Rocky
fucking
4, by the way.
Yeah, great. Wait, who does he knock out in the first one?
Apollo Creed, I think.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't give a dude. I don't care, and I wish I should, but I don't. I legitimately don't. But they built a fucking statue about it in Philly, so.
Well, it was. I mean, obviously there's a time element to this, and it certainly doesn't. Maybe it was for the time. I wasn't there in 7. I mean, it's old. It came out in 76. It's pretty old, so maybe that's part of it. It just maybe doesn't age well. But he's written 44 movies. Actually, not 44 movies. 44. He's had his hand in 44 different things.
Well, I guess Tulsa King was pretty good.
Yeah, Tulsa King. He's the writer. No, he's not. Give me the right.
Oh, he stars in it, but yeah, I don't know if he probably has his hand in it. But
Tulsa King. Yeah, he did write that. He wrote Creed, which is also just overrated. It just is. We got to do that episode on most overrated movies, and also the most underrated. Those are two separate episodes we'll do. Cliffhanger was good.
The inspiration that was the inspiration for Ace Ventura.
Exactly, yeah.
No, I've never found him to be, even at his best, a good actor. I don't understand.
No, I agree with that completely.
He sounds like he has a speech impediment always. I've never understood the obsession with, and I'm not trying to take anything away from it, but like I don't get it at all.
No, I've never. I think part of it was the fitness thing that was really big during that time. That's also why Schwarzenegger and him and Schwarzenegger have a well-known rivalry through those years. If you can watch some interviews,
it's like action hero.
Right. They were action heroes. That was the big time at that, and they were in shape before. I remember Christian, me and him had this conversation one time. I don't know if you'll remember this, but I forget what we were talking about. I think it was about movies. I think we were watching a Burt Reynolds movie of some sort, and or we were talking about Burt Reynolds, and Christian made a comment like, God, you didn't have to be ripped or buff or in shape at all in the 60s and 70s. You were a ladies' man with a dad bod, and everyone loved it. Like, it was, and then, you get into the late early 90s, and that all changed, and then it's just gotten worse and worse from then. But that was the shift. Is you had the Schwarzenegger guy who was Mr. Universe or whatever he was, and then him and Stallone and the whole action hero thing, and it just went off. So I think that's part of the appeal. But I agree with you. I think his acting has never been. I'm always like, I'm always amazed that people. Rocky it's overrated, and it's just we gotta save it for that episode. But yeah. All right. So anyway, the director, he wrote this, so maybe that has something to do with it. But folks,
but
it's not good.
No, but that's such a good point, and I think maybe because in Rambo, his best movie, they were just like, he was just a retarded man who came back from Vietnam who had PTSD, and so they were just like, yeah, it just worked out for him. He didn't have to do anything.
They're like, you sound like you have PTSD all the time.
All the time. Yeah.
Oh, let's see if you know this. And this actually underscores, I think, but he didn't write Rambo. That's why it's good. Guess who did? I'll give you a hint. It is an extremely well-known and successful director.
Really?
Extremely. He is.
Who wrote it?
Commercially, he is one of the most successful writers / directors of our time. Now, he's not as.
It's not Scorsese?
It's not Scorsese.
Who wrote Rambo?
He wrote Rambo. And when I tell you the name, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, okay. He also wrote the original Alien, or at least one of the original Aliens. I think it was the original. I think
Ridley Scott.
Not Ridley Scott. So maybe the Ridley Scott was the original. This one wrote another one. Hold on, I'll tell you one.
I'm actually kind of ashamed. I don't know who wrote the original Alien.
Well, I think you actually got it. The original Alien, I think it probably is him.
I don't think he wrote it though.
Just directed it, you think?
Yeah. No, I think he. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know.
Hold on. Well, anyway, we'll come back to that. He has something to do with that, but he's most well known for, I guess, my generation. He was most known for writing and directing Titanic.
James Cameron.
James Cameron wrote Rambo.
Really?
Yes.
No fucking way.
Yes.
Really?
And he's good. He also, he's got some stinkers too, like Ridley Scott does as well.
I didn't know he was a writer.
But
I didn't know
he also wrote Avatar.
Really?
As well as directed it.
Well, I know. Yeah, that's his baby. But damn, I didn't know he was a writer at all.
Yeah, and I think a lot of these directors, as you can clearly see,
no wonder Avatar sucks.
Yeah. Avatar, the original Avatar.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't know. I think it just got overhyped more than it actually sucked. There was some things that did suck about it. Like there was some definite things that were.
No, it's just Pocahontas in space.
That's what it is.
That's all it is.
Okay. I mean, and all ideas come from other ideas generally. And
sure.
I think there was some interesting things about it, but there was some also really dumb things about it. And the guy with the eye patch. We can go on for days. We'll come back to that. That's probably one of the most overrated movies.
Yes, and I would love to do a segment on that. But I didn't know that blows my mind, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah,
he wrote Rambo.
Yeah, so that's probably why that was.
But
better.
is that based off a novel, or was that original screenplay? I'd like to know.
According to,
I think it was a novel.
You know what? Hold on. This is weird. Hold on. I may be getting bamboozled by IMDb right now. He was a writer on the video game. I clicked on Rambo, but hold on though, because that's kind of shady that it because it had the movie cover and everything. But I'm assuming that's because he also wrote the original. So hold on, let me just fact check all of this. Did you see the Rambo remake in 2008, or did you see the Rambo that came out a few years ago in 2019?
Well, what do you mean?
Did you see either of those?
Yeah, I think I saw the remake with Sylvester with
in
Sly.
2019.
Yeah, I think I saw that, but haven't all the remakes or spinoffs been with him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think I've seen maybe the first reenactment of it, but I think that's it. And I only saw, I think, Rambo First Blood. I think that's maybe I saw Second Blood, but maybe not. I don't remember.
Okay,
it
so
anyway,
so the original Rambo, which I'm getting confused. Rambo First Blood Part 2. I'm trying to just search regular Rambo on IMDb, and I'm having a hell of
it's
a time
Rambo
finding
First
just
Blood.
I'm trying to, but there's so many. Okay, here it is. No, the original Rambo. That's it. Not the original, but there's another Rambo that looks like it's offshore, so it's not that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
love
85,
that.
but it says Rambo.
Rambo offshore. He just ships off all of his assassin jobs.
I want to. It's just outsourcing it all. Well, I'm getting confused here. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see my screen right now? Okay, I just want to, for the listeners and viewers, I'm just confused. I'm on IMDb. I've typed in Rambo multiple times, and all I keep getting is these. And there's no original Rambo. There's only Rambo First Blood Part 2. That's all I can find. I can't find the original Rambo. It's not just not coming up.
Well, go based off
video
of the
game is.
No, go based off of the year. What's the oldest one?
But that's what I'm telling you. Look,
does it give you the year?
Here, this is it. Yeah, right here. 2000. The oldest one is the 85.
Okay.
But it's saying First Blood Part 2.
Oh.
I just don't understand that. Hold on. Maybe let's do Rambo First Blood Part 1. Maybe if I search all that. But he did co-write the screenplay for Part 2. James Cameron did. So I think it's going to end up being more of the same. It's just not coming up. So I don't know. Maybe the rights have been revoked, or here, finally. First Blood 1982, Sylvester Stallone, Brian Dennehy.
82. Holy shit.
Writers. Okay, so James Cameron did not write the original Rambo, but neither did Stallone. But Stallone and Cameron teamed up. Stallone and Cameron teamed up in the second one, and they co-wrote in the second one.
You know what does well? A sequel. There you go. You know what we could do better than the first one?
Look at these taglines from back in the 90s and 80s, dude. This time, he's fighting for his life. That's the tagline. This time, he's fighting for his life.
I thought he was doing that the first time.
This is First Blood. I don't know what the other time was. I don't know.
No, this is. Oh, I thought this was Second Blood. Okay, First Blood. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This time, he's fighting for his life.
Oh yeah, why was that,
guys?
Okay, no.
I don't know. I don't know. It makes no sense.
I thought. Okay. I thought you were reading the tagline for Second Blood, which would have made sense when they go this time.
It would have.
Okay.
I know it would have.
Okay, I got it.
Maybe it's just IMDb has this stuff all over. I don't know, but it's a wild stuff. All right, I'm going to stop sharing because it's getting... All right, so let's get to... So what stinks this week? You're going to stick with what you were saying? What did you touched on it earlier, and I've already forgotten now.
Well, I got a couple things. First, I got a gym update.
Okay.
I got a gym update.
Fitness update.
I got a lifetime fitness update. Last week, I admitted to the pod I was a little bit scared about going to the fulsome location of Lifetime Fitness, and I'm happy to report that I went back 2 days ago, and I went in there and I owned it, dude.
I owned it.
I owned it. I had no anxiety.
You owned your lack of experience and overall comfort. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, exactly. I got over it. I took in what you said to me.
Absolutely.
And I said, fuck this. I'm here to work out.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah, so I worked out, and not only that, I went into the locker room. I saw a lot of old dicks. I saw probably 6 old dicks.
Tell me this is the what stinks this week. Is the wiener shots, the old wieners?
It was a lot of old dicks, bro. I gotta say.
You saw Oscar and Meyer?
Yeah, but I overcame that. And I changed. I overcame it. I overcame the old dicks. I went into the jacuzzi. I sat in the jacuzzi. It was great. I went to the steam room.
Wait, were the guys with the old wieners in the jacuzzi?
No, just in the locker room,
Oh, okay.
changing,
But you know they've been in the jacuzzi.
walking around too, like
at one time or another.
and also like brushing their teeth too, naked,
Just in the
is,
nude.
Yeah,
It's
like,
such an old guy thing to do.
it's crazy.
They love it.
It's fucking crazy.
They air dry.
Yeah,
they're walking around air drying.
No, that's
junk,
no, that's the only reason I saw dicks. I was not actively looking for dicks, but
well, after our previous episode, a couple episodes ago, guys, if we go back a couple, Christian expresses his love for a whole bunch of male celebrities.
Yeah. But I was not actively looking for dicks. There was just dicks walking around, flopping around. But no, so I hit the jacuzzi. It was great. I hit the steam room. It was great. I worked out. And then I got a smoothie. And then I walked.
And then I got a smoothie.
Yeah, I got a smoothie. And then I walked about.
Put you in the mood for a smoothie, huh?
And then I walked about 3/4 of a mile back to my car because that's
yeah. Did you go to the one in El Dorado Hills?
Folsom, yeah.
Or Folsom?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks. I could see the parking lot from the highway,
It's
and it
crazy.
looks like a theme park.
I
It's
walked-
enormous.
Bro, I walked a mile in my bathing suit and my flip flops. I walked a mile to my car. It was insane. But no, I overcame it. I overcame my anxiety. I was happy about it, and also I was talking shop in the locker room
With one of the old guys.
Yes, dude.
Was he standing there nude while you were talking shop?
No. I was
thank God.
I was in the jacuzzi, and he came into the spa room, and then we were, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to, it's locker room talk.
Were you networking or were you talking dirty?
No,
what's going on in there?
No, we were talking politics.
Oh,
we were talking.
Yeah, so you were talking dirty, but just a totally different kind of dirty.
We're talking a little
All right.
politics. We're a little, listen, the guy's name was John. He's a great guy. Sick dude. I'm not going to give up the details, but,
Sure.
a little locker room talk. It was nice.
Okay.
What can I say?
All right.
But yeah.
Neither of you drowned each other in the jacuzzi, so
Now,
it couldn't have been too contentious. That's good.
Also, he never got in the jacuzzi. He just walked in there.
Stood out there?
Yeah, just walked in there and was talking to me. But
well, how does that work? You're sitting in there relaxing.
Yeah.
And hopefully knowing you're not making eye contact.
Nah.
Because you know better than that.
Definitely not.
So how did this happen? Especially if he's not in the jacuzzi. How did he?
No, he walked into. So there's the jacuzzi room, and he walked in, and he was saying, "I had both AirPods in. Obviously, you have to.
Obviously."
And he walked in, and he was saying something to me, so I removed an AirPod, and we just got to talking. So then I removed the other one when I thought he was cool.
What did he say to you, though? I just don't understand. What line did he use to hit on you? I like your face.
Yeah, I don't remember now, dude.
It seems awfully convenient, fam.
No, I legit don't remember how we got to talking. Now that I think about it.
Interesting.
It was great. It was awesome.
It was great.
Yeah.
All right. So the what stinks part sounds like this was a great time. It was just the wieners?
No. Snow White.
There we go. All right.
Yeah,
So let's bring it back. I know we got derailed again.
Yeah, no. I just wanted to give an update on my gym anxiety.
Right. Okay.
No, what stinks this week is Snow White, obviously. This is gonna blow your mind. How about this?
All right.
Have you seen this? It's Jay Leno. Have you seen this? Do you know about this?
It's gonna be a good show. Here we go. No, I don't know. I don't know what you're about to say. I haven't been following Snow White that closely, so I'm sure I know it's not doing well.
It's been a fucking disaster now since they announced it. I think a year and a half. I want to say almost 2 years ago, because the main actress, Rachel Zegler, is very much pro Palestine, and she's been very vocal about it. And then you have Gal Gadot, who is the worst actress of all time, which I sent you that clip. And
she's got her own Hollywood star. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, which means about as much as my Little League trophy. And Gal Gadot is, I think she served in the IDF, actually, because I think in Israel, I think you have to serve.
I think what you're trying to say is Gal
service.
Gadot is Israeli.
Yes. And so they hate.
Yeah.
So they hate each other, and
Love
also
it.
and they're also both the worst actresses of all time, by the way. And
pretty harsh, but all right.
I mean, it's. I mean, currently working, I would put them up there for sure. No, but
relative to their popularity, sure. But
yeah,
honestly, Rachel
dude, Gal
Ziegler,
Gadot.
if it wasn't for Snow White, I would have never heard of her. So she's not that popular. She's only popular because of this. She's in something else,
Correct.
obviously, probably a TV show or something that I don't watch, but she's not a household name.
No,
you
but
know?
Gal Gadot has had 36 movie roles she shouldn't have been in at this point. It's fucking crazy. But anyways, so they're in a war within a movie, which is hilarious. And
also hilarious because of actual war is happening too.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the stat. This movie has a worse rating than Human Centipede.
According to what site?
Rotten Tomatoes.
Or sites. Okay.
A worse rating than Human Centipede. Fact check me, please.
No, I'm just going to see. I was actually going to see if it's also the case on IMDb too. I was wondering. All right. So Human Centipede, obviously it's early, but that doesn't matter. All right. So all time Human Centipede, which I've never seen, by the way.
Lucky for you.
Interest in seeing that. Okay. That rating's not good to begin with. It's only a 47 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wait, what do you mean? 47 out of what?
Out of 100. Human Centipede.
Okay.
That's the rating. That's the rating.
That's pretty decent.
That's the critic, dude. That's the critic rating.
That's like pretty decent.
That's crazy. Well, for critics, it's really interesting because the Human Centipede fan rating, the popcorn meter, 26%.
That's
so
still
just
generous.
Terrible ratings.
All right.
So that's 47 and 26 for the Human Centipede. Snow White. Here we go. The fact check Christian here. All right. Nowhere near as bad on the popcorn meter side, but the critic rating, you are correct. The critic rating is only a 40%. So that's less than Human Centipede.
So,
which that's saying something, you guys, because critics, I mean, they go out of their way. They're called critics, which is hilarious. But when it comes to like movements or an agenda that's trying to be pushed by Hollywood, I mean, they're the first ones to hop on that train. So they did not on this. They were like, the elves, the dwarves suck. I read that. The dwarves are computer animated. Everything stinks. Basically.
Well, there was supposed to be, just to put it into context for people, the Human Centipede is about 3 people who get kidnapped obviously against their will and have their mouths sewed to each other's extremities. Extremities, and then have to bowel movement into each other's extremities. And that movie got a worse rating than a remake. The movie
of a Disney classic.
The movie was done. The plot's done. You have to remake it. You don't have to reinvent. You don't have to change it. You have to redo it. And that movie got a lesser rating than a movie about people shitting into other people's mouths. Okay?
Unreal. That is absolutely unreal.
It's incredible.
That's crazy.
It's
absolutely
incredible.
Crazy.
But the lead actress, Rachel Zegler, has been insufferable from the beginning of this press tour, which was like I said, a year and a half, 2 years ago. She
almost killed the movie before. I think she did kill the movie before it even started.
Of this, before the Israeli Palestine conflict happened.
Right.
She killed the movie by before the war ruined this movie. She ruined this fucking movie by basically like saying it's about a guy who's a stalker or whatever. And I honestly, to be frank, I don't even remember what Snow White is about. I know she eats a poison apple. That's all I know about it. And there's dwarves. I don't know anything else about the movie or Prince Charming.
This is so crazy. So just to give you guys another data point, Christians, I did the same thing that we did on Rotten Tomatoes. I did it on IMDb. Yeah. Check this out. The Human Centipede out of 10 stars, which is how IMDb does it. Out of 10 stars, Human Centipede got a 4.4. We'll just call that 44%, similar to what Rotten Tomatoes gave it, which is a 46%. Snow White on IMDb based on 300,000 reviews.
Holy shit.
1.6 stars by the public, dude. 1.6 stars.
Wild.
So and you're right, she has been insufferable.
And a lot of that,
if for no other reason, I mean, our show is not about the political side. It's not about that. It is about the fact that because of all of the controversy, and I think it was a director or the writer, I can't remember now, like either the director or the writer's daughter, maybe you heard about this, came out against Ziegler and was like, it's just doing a complete disservice to all the people who worked so hard on this movie. Like, you blew it for all these people that were trying to work hard and wanted to make something and, you know, make a mark of some sort or whatever. Like, there's people that put the effort into this, and you made it about not that. And so that's really where I think it comes down to.
No, 100%. And yeah, it's like she's a new and up and coming actress. She hasn't been in a lot of things. This is a franchise. I mean, the amount of money that you're talking about is multiple hundreds of millions of dollars that you're talking about. So for an unknown actress to come in and immediately, from this entire press tour, from the first interview, she is shit on the very project that she's working on.
That she casted in and knew what the movie was about.
Yeah, 100% knew. And so I think she was banking on, obviously, maybe, I guess, new fan. I don't know. Maybe new fans or but this is the disconnect with Hollywood, right? They say things. This happens all the time, where they say things where they think it's going to connect with the general public, and it never fucking does.
No,
and they never fucking learn from it, which is nuts. And in this situation, I think it was either her agent or an executive, because I think it was a week ago, maybe, she posted on her social media or something, I think on her Instagram, she posted something about like free Palestine or whatever. And so Disney had to like fly out an executive or somebody to like talk to her and be like, you have to shut the fuck up. You have to, it doesn't matter. And in Gal Gadot's case, she's a horrific, she doesn't deserve to eat again or be in another movie. But
whoa, jeez,
yeah, she's so bad. But even she has the PR team or the people around her be like, just, you know.
Well, she's also just much older. She's much older and more experienced.
Yes, true.
Now, for those of you who don't know, because I actually didn't know this until Christian brought this up, the irony in the Gal Gadot Rachel Ziegler thing goes beyond the fact that one of them is Israeli and one of them is on the Palestine side. In the movie, Gal Gadot is the evil queen.
Right. Yeah, right. Exactly.
So they're already on-screen enemies, which is absolutely hilarious because, again, this project was conceived before the war. Now, sorry, let me back up. They're at war all the time. They've been at war for the last 100 years, so we can't really say that, but you get the point.
Forever. Forever.
Yeah, and
Forever.
It sounds like the only claim to fame that she really has is that she was in West Side Story with Steven Spielberg, which nobody saw, really. And then she did a cover of Lady Gaga's "Shallow" song. Apparently, she sings too.
Listen,
she must sing in the movie, I would imagine. I don't even remember there being much singing in Snow White.
No,
but I also haven't seen that movie in 29 years.
Yeah.
So
the best outcome of all of this is that neither Gal Gadot or Rachel Ziegler will be in another movie for probably our lifetime, which is fucking awesome. And I think that's the best overall outcome. And and the other thing too, I want to say is because I'm on Twitter, and if you're a grown X, the everything app, it's all happening on X. We're the media now. No, there's a lot of like pundits, I guess you'd say, that are upset about the Snow White movie, and it's just like, if you're like genuinely upset about it, like, you're a fucking You're a fucking pussy. Like anybody who's upset genuinely about the Snow White movie as a grown man, you're just like, shut the fuck. Like some tweets.
What do you mean upset about it? Like
just
they're
like
mad that it's not doing well or something, or
that, and like Snow White's not white, and like just like stupid bullshit. It's like, dude,
because
gives
well,
a
and she's
fuck?
Polish. She's half white to begin with.
Yeah, it's like, who gives a fuck? It's
No, I don't know if she knows that.
No.
For the listeners, she was raised in New Jersey and is Polish American, and I'm Polish, so that's white.
So
folks.
she's not a Palestinian at all.
I don't know. I just know that's
right.
what it says on IMDb. Is she is a singer-songwriter raised in Jersey. Her mother is Colombian American. So no,
dude.
she's not Palestinian at all.
Of course, it's like Alec Baldwin's wife.
She's American, by the way. All of the, and if you were born in this country, you're American. So
have you been?
I don't know.
Do you know about Alec Baldwin's wife, Hilaria?
Yes. How her accent just changes depending on the interview.
Well, she's from she's from Boston, but spent time in Spain and then came back with a Spanish accent.
And like a crazier name. Yeah.
Hilaria. Or her name's like Hillary. And then
it's Hilaria. Something like that.
Yeah.
There's some pretty funny social reels on her.
No, because they have a reality show now, them together, which is
of course they do.
Yeah. The clips are fucking
sounds about right.
The clips are fucking hilarious, but
it is funny to watch.
May I say the clips are hilarious.
I think it's pronounced hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah. Wow. Way to go.
But yeah, anyways, the Snow White debacle is really funny.
So that's what stinks this week. But it's also doesn't stink because it's absolutely great content. It's just, you just hold your popcorn and watch it burn. It's just so bad. It's just bad. Man.
It's just crazy. You can fuck up something like that, you know?
All right.
We're
going to end on my what stinks this week. And it is a literal what stinks this week for you folks. And then we'll wrap it up. And I love ending on this because it's not going to be a fun listen. Oh, hey guys, I don't know if you're pet owners, specifically dog owners. I got a little Yorkie. Her name is Mavis. Wonderful creature. She is just the sweetest. It's been winter, so we're just hitting spring. She's still got her winter coat on. And what that means is she's a little dog, is that her hair is really, really long. And when that happens, I don't know if you guys know this, if you have a little dog with long hair, sometimes when they crap, it gets stuck. Thus was my experience last night, and I am the official turd remover of our household. Our teenage daughters have done it a couple of times. This has not happened more or just once. It's at least the fourth or fifth time. When she has her winter coat and she goes, to the bathroom on walks and stuff, sometimes it don't come out and I don't see it because my dog is black. And so it just blends into her ass and I can't see it for sometimes a day at a time.
Hold on. I gotta stop you. I gotta stop you. So her browns are sticking into her fur? Is that the issue?
That's the issue. And the only way to remove it, because once it dries on there, is surgically. You gotta put her in the sink. And guys, dogs don't like their rear end checked. It's not a fun experience. Now she's great at it. She's gotten so much better at it with age. It's like I want to give her a million treats because of how good she was with this. The point is, guys, that's what stinks for me. I gotta do it. I gotta pull this out. Sometimes I get a glove and I have to do it with a freaking nursing glove.
I've watched my dog shit out a sock. I never had to clean his beehole ever.
It's a little dog problem, I think, more often than not. And dogs that have just that type of fur that she has. So yeah.
No, she's not passing solid logs.
Yeah, well, obviously there's part of it is the diet. Sometimes maybe it's just not sitting well or whatever, but it's not an everyday thing. So it's not like we need to change her diet up. It's just randomly. But
wild.
Dude, it's wild that I've had to do that more than one time. And what's also funny is I was telling my wife this last night. When I signed up for canine adoption, okay, you don't think about that. You don't think about, oh, I'm going to have to literally treat this like a baby sometimes, this animal. I'm going to have to give it the care that I would give an 89-year-old senior in a nursing home.
No, it's nuts.
It's not fun. And
Oh,
that
dude.
is
And
a
as she,
literal
bro,
and figurative stinks this week.
as she gets older too, you are fucked. She's gonna be shitting all over your house. You are fucked.
Well, she doesn't do that though. It's just a weird thing when it gets stuck like that. But again, in the summer we don't have this issue. It just happens because her hair is long in the winter.
Well, you need to trim around it.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Or get a pit bull.
Guys, I don't know if you've ever done this, but trying to trim around your dog's butthole is not something that they take lightly to. Okay, they don't just sit there like in a, they don't. Okay, they're rightfully paranoid about what you're doing back there, and it takes a real connection. Just she's looking at me with all the vulnerability in the world. She's in the sink and she's like,
no shit. Literally.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, couple honorable mentions I want to say here.
Okay.
And a working man, which made me really laugh, is when they pulled up the GPS and it literally said GPS tracker.
It did say that. Yeah, you're right. It totally did.
That made me laugh really hard. Like, yeah, no, we get it. Yeah, no,
how much can we dumb this down?
Yeah,
for
holy shit
for the watcher.
And then
I forgot about that.
The throne made of motorcycle parts.
Oh, for the drug dealer?
Yeah, which was ran also by a black guy, which is really funny.
Or there's so much, you guys. Go watch this movie so you can rag on it. It's so much fun to rag on this thing. Or the fact that crew, their helmets of choice were Viking horns. These really, they not tough looking at all. It looked like they were cosplaying. Oh my god, so funny,
insane.
Oh god,
and then
it's so bad.
Okay. Hold on. What are we at? 107. Okay.
Well, you got April Fool stuff you got to get to.
April Fool stuff. Yeah. So, yesterday there was a post that was saying there's a new spinoff from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood starring Brad Pitt, and I thought it was an April Fool's post, but it turns out that is not. That is a real thing that's happening. Now
they're getting you on both sides of the equation now.
I don't know what to fucking think anymore. This April Fool's gets me every single fucking year in one way or another. So anyways, but that's cool. That's good news. And then I just wanted to go over something with you real quick, just to get your take on it. Our sister Carly, went over to a friend's house for dinner last night. And this made me.
I can't wait to see where this is going.
This made me laugh so fucking hard. She went over for dinner and he made her smash burgers with
you're killing me.
He made her smash burgers with sloppy Joe topping on top and Frito.
So sloppy smash? Sloppy smash with Fritos. Is this like a date? Is he trying to impress her with this, or is this an actual friend?
That was my question. She just described it as a friend, so I don't know, but still, it doesn't matter. As a friend, if I invite you over for dinner and I make you a fucking burger with
Fritos. I mean,
can I hold on? I'm gonna send you the picture. You gotta share.
You have a picture of this?
Yes. Fuck.
Oh, you're killing me.
No, dude,
you're killing me. I'll put it on camera.
No,
for
you got
for the viewers.
You
to
got
see.
it. Yeah. Hold on. All right. Hold
yeah, I will.
on.
Carl Sparkley, our sister. Shout out to Carly Goddard for the content. Are you sending it to my phone? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm sending it to your phone. Hold on. Send, bitch. Okay.
I mean, I have so many questions. Is this a longtime family recipe? Is this one of those things where you think it's not going to be good, like pickles on a pizza, and then you have it and you're like, oh, my world's been enlightened? Is it? I have so many questions here. Oh, that looks like caca. Oh no, it doesn't look good. Okay, hold on.
Sure.
Here's the picture. It's hopefully we can kind of. It just looks like it kind of looks like a chili burger, but you can tell it's not chili. So it's he basically just took sloppy Joe meat and put it on the burger with the Fritos. Okay, I mean, look, that's a crazy thing. If you do this though, here's the funny thing about this: if you make this burger at like a Burgers and Brew, you could just call it an artisan burger or a craft burger. But when you do it at home, you don't get to say that. Christian's losing it. This is so
it's such a crazy thing to find someone over for.
I really hope it was a date, because then that makes this story 5 times funnier.
That's what I said. Was his goal to make you fucking shit your pants?
I don't know if the listeners heard that. Was his goal to make you shit your pants? If that was his goal, that's a terrible angle to take on a date. Oh my God, that's so funny. Now I cannot. How did Carly react when you reacted this way? Did she get this reaction from you?
Yeah, dude, I've been crying laughing about this since last. Oh shit! I have not been able to forget about it except in the past 12 hours.
Dude, you have got to take that picture and post it on our X account. Please post it on our X account and
dude,
link people to this episode.
No. You know what made me okay, this is what made me laugh so hard. She sent that picture to me. She said
get it out.
She goes, it was bomb.
She sent that to you. Yes. Not ironically. She sent it to you to be like, this was bomb. Yes.
She sent the picture to me first and said it was bomb.
I mean, it very well could be, but it doesn't look appetizing. That's for sure.
Fuck. Dude, I sent her just the laughing emojis, and I sent her a picture of the zoomed in burger.
I got a lot of dude. This picture, it's hard to tell on here, folks, but like the burger is pretty dark, so it already looks a little overdone to begin with. But it looks pretty charred. But the Fritos on top of it is so funny. I mean, I will say the presentation. Shout out to the guy. I mean, if you're gonna do a Frito sloppy smash,
oh fuck,
you better layer it effectively. This manwich, he did do that. So unless Carly made her own burger, that's so funny. Oh my God, she's gonna hate you for this.
I know,
I love it.
Holy shit, it's so funny.
All right,
the fact that she sent that to me like as a like C. Like I was like,
now
this looks like fucking
it looks like the equivalent of Jason Statham's recent movie.
Oh fuck, 100%.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Oh God. Okay.
Well,
all right.
We're at an hour and 14. So unfortunately, but luckily for Christian, we're not going to be able to get into his many April Fool's failures. But I have a feeling that Christian thought maybe, just maybe, this was another shenanigan from our sister on April Fool's. I wish she would have sent you a text after that just said April Fool's.
I fucking wish it was, dude.
Oh my God.
That's good stuff.
Now, to be fair, it very well could be tasty, but I'm not a big sloppy Joe's guy to begin with. I'm certainly not putting it on my burger.
I looked at it.
It looks gross.
It looks terrible. I would 10 out of 10 eat it.
You would eat it?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you like sloppy Joe's?
Yeah, of course.
I'm
Of
pretty
course.
sure sloppy joes is what, just ground beef and ketchup. Like,
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Yeah.
what it tastes like to
No,
me.
it's fucking awesome. It's
Yeah.
just to invite.
Is it? I don't like
to
it.
just reiterate this, to invite someone to your house for dinner, to make them that is. I want to meet the guy because he has to be the funniest person I've ever met in my life. That has to be. There's no...
How would you describe this burger? Would you say a sloppy Joe smash burger?
Yeah, I guess with Fritos. There's
hold
there's chips on it. There's fucking chips on it.
Okay, I want to try something. I'm asking ChatGPT. Give me an artisan name for a sloppy Joe smash burger with Fritos. I want to see if it can generate an artisan name. Frito Joe Smash Delight. That's what it came up with.
Oh, that's being generous, I think.
Frito Joe.
I kept
Let's
telling
ask him for another one.
You know, it's funny. I kept telling Carly.
Crunchy Joe Smash. I do like that.
I texted
Crunchy
Carly.
Joe Smash.
I texted Carly TikTok.
Did you send her a gif of someone running to the bathroom?
I'm like, oh dude, I'm glad. I hope it was a friend because you couldn't have stayed there for much longer. There's a finite amount of time you have.
Oh, and women, they don't, even if it is a friend, it could be their best friend, and they're not staying there to crap. On average, the average woman,
100%.
So yeah, that is hilarious. What a bold move. Awesome.
Yeah. Man,
all right, well,
love you,
that's got to do it for us. I would love to stay longer and talk about Google Nose and Kong Skull Island. Maybe we'll get to those next episode.
What are we at? We're at
1 hour and 15.
Do you want to do it? We could do it.
No, let's save it.
Okay,
let's save it. We can save it. Look, it's April still. We'll do it all month long.
Okay, all right.
You can only find out what Google Nose is right here on the Mostly Movies podcast.
I forgot about
with
Google Nose.
with Nick and Christian. Don't forget to go to the www.thescreengods.com. I don't think you need to say the W's anymore, but I'm old, so I'm saying that. Go to thescreengods.com. Go to YouTube at Screen Gods.
Can I?
You go to X, the Everything app, at The Screen Gods, and we're on TikTok at Screen Gods. Go ahead.
Do you remember the In-N-Out Bacon incident?
Save it
on April Fools.
But save it. Yes, but save it.
Jesus Christ!
Guys, cliffhanger. We'll see you next week.
Love you guys. See you next week.
Love you.
Late.
Bye.